Hello, welcome to the Parent Circle, where we have conversations on parenting, the challenges we face as parents, solutions to the challenges, and beautiful things about parenting. My name is Rosbella, your host, and today I'm joined by amazing panelists who will be taking part in this conversation. Before I introduce them, I'd like to let you know that we are talking about parenting children with disability. So Ruth, kindly introduce yourself. Tuambie wewe ni nani?
Jina langu naitwa Ruth Muyonga.
Na wewe ni mzazi wa mtoto mwenye ako na disability gani?
Mtoto wangu ako na delayed milestone.
Okay. Sonia.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia Rajbans. I am a Rotarian for the World Disability Advocacy. We are people who are globally raising awareness and educating people around us on what inclusivity means in education and parenting. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. It's beautiful to have both of you here. I will start with the first question to you, Ruth. Nataka uniambie ulivyogundua kwamba mtoto wako ako na disability. Ni akiwa na miezi ngapi ama akiwa na anatoshanaje ndio ulijua kwamba mtoto wako ako na shida?
Niligundua mtoto wangu akiwa na miezi 9 ndio niligundua kuna disability.
Okay.
Sasa kama wewe ni mzazi, utaangalia kuna mtoto, ukimsimamisha hawezi kusimama. Ukimketisha aketi, shingo ilikuwa inazunguka. Kama mtoto mchanga kabisa na ako na miezi 9. Sasa hapo ndio niligundua, nikatafuta daktari, nikamuuliza mtoto wangu, simuoni kama mtoto wa kawaida, ndiye akanielezea kwa mtoto wangu ako na hiyo delayed milestone disability.
So based on her definition, from an expert's context, when do we say a child has disability? Or how do we define disability?
Expert will still be the medical, and she did the right thing by talking to the doctor.
Okay.
Disability is, again, let me talk about it from the perspective that what we know as norms, the normal, as she said, development milestones. When the child is not fitting within those normal ranges, as a parent, that my child is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So in our world, we say they're not disabled, we say they have a different ability.
Okay.
So identification of that different ability, but medically confirmed, is now when you will know what it is that you are dealing with.
Okay. So can we say there are specific challenges that exist in parents identifying that their children have disability?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I must say, as a parent, she was very aware and very involved with her child to know that the age of 9 months, my child is not in the normal spectrum of milestones. And that is exactly when the parents miss out, what we call early detection. So parents who are involved with their children, parents who are spending quality time with their children will know where those gaps are.
Kulikuwa na ugumu kidogo kukubali kwa mtoto wangu ako na shida fulani ama haja hit milestone?
Kulikuwa na ugumu sana kama mimi ni mzazi, hiyo kitu ilinikufisha moyo sana. Nilikuwa na ugumu sana kukubali.
Unaweza sema ilikuchukua muda inatoshanaje?
Karibu miezi 7 hivi ndio nikubali.
Okay. Hiyo muda yote ukijaribu kukubali kulikuwa aje?
Kulikuwa na changamoto, nilikuwa niko na stress, siwezi kulala. Hata mimi kama mama kuoga nikasahau hata kuoga. Nilikuwa nikiamka tu ni kuangalia ule mtoto. Nauliza Mungu, mbona ni mimi ulinipea mtoto kama huyu? Sasa ni kujikubali, nilitake time sana ndio nikubali kwa mtoto wangu ako na ulemavu.
Ulijua aje sasa nimekubali?
Ilibidi maliwa tunaenda therapy. Kuna mama anaitwa Madam Ann.
Okay.
Venye aliniona mara ya kwanza, aliniita, akanifanyia counseling.
Okay.
Akaniambia, hii safari ni ndefu. itabidi ukubali. Kwa sababu kama hujakubali, maisha huyu mtoto itakuwa hatarini. Kwa sababu mimi ndio namwangalia.
Yeah.
Na kama sijakubali kuwa mtoto wangu ni mlemavu, sitaweza hata kumlea. Akanifanyia counseling, baadaye nikajikubali na nikajielewa mimi ni nani.
Okay. Okay. Maybe Sonia, apart from counseling, is there a way we can prepare parents to raise children with disability, or just to accept generally that their children are not the same as other children?
I mean, we can imagine from her narration how difficult it is to accept that your child is different from the others, and you'll always have this thing where you will compare and see, where is my child going. That is very natural. So what happens is, if you do not have access to counseling, then a support group helps.
Support groups.
Having like-minded people around you. Acceptance comes when you have been accepted wholly, and as she said, then she knew who she was to this child. She knew what is expected of her as a parent, and that comes when you have the right support system with you.
Okay. Tunaweza sema uko na kikundi ya watu wenye mnashikana nao, kama wanakusaidia kupata hiyo nguvu ya kujisimamia kama mzazi mwenye ako na mtoto mwenye ako na disability.
Niko na mama wenzangu ndio tunashirikiana nao.
Okay. Wote wako na disability sawa, ama kila mtu ako na yake tofauti?
Kila mtu ako na yake tofauti.
Okay. Kwa hivyo kwa hiyo kikundi pengine ni nini mnafanya ndio mjisaidie kujishika moyo?
Sasa kwa hiyo kikundi tunajiita mama kipenzi. Tulikaa kama wamama kwa sababu changamoto ni nyingi. Mtoto kama saa zingine anaweza kosa diaper. Tukaamua kama hiyo kikundi mama kipenzi. Kila Wednesday tunatoa 225. At least tunanuliana hiyo Pampers, mtoto asikose Pampers, asikose chakula. Na wazazi tukiwa nao wote, kuna vyenye tunakaa, tunajipea moyo. Mwenzako anakueleza, so unaona wangu alikuwa shingo haijashika. Hata ukiangalia kweli unaona mtoto shingo imeshika. Unazidi kujipea nguvu na moyo.
Okay. Kwa jamii pale ambapo unaishi, mbali na wale ambao mnakaa nao pamoja mnajishika moyo, hiyo reception ilikuwa aje?
Kwa plot ama familia?
Yes, kwa plot, kwa familia, general watu wenye wanakuzunguka.
Sasa kwa plot, unajua changamoto ni nyingi. Kuna watoto walizaliwa na mtoto wangu 2022 Disemba tarehe 3. Washatembea. Unapata mtu anakuuliza, mbona mtoto wako hajatembea? Wengine wanasema, wewe ndio umeweka mtoto wako hivi ndio ukuwe na mali. Mimi mwenyewe hata sina pesa. Sasa unajaribu kujiuliza, mbona watu wanaongea kitu kama hiyo? Sasa unajua hata wanakukufisha moyo. Wanasema mtoto huyu amezaliwa nyuma wako na ametembea, na huyu wako hajatembea. Hiyo kitu wazazi kama sisi kwa watoto disability inatuvunja sana moyo.
Okay. Sonia, maybe you can expound a little bit how traditions and modern realities shape experiences of parents raising children with disability. Can you give us a little insight on, what goes on around this?
I mean, one of the byproducts of not accepting children with disabilities, as she said, when she's not accepted by her neighbors who are supposed to be also part of a support system.
Absolutely.
Trauma becomes a byproduct of that.
It does.
And trauma has had generational impact. We know that. We talk about generational trauma in mental health, right? So where does it stem from? It stems from us not accepting something that is different from what we know is normal. Right? And then it also comes from the fear that we say, as I think she also said, that we feel like God punished us by giving us this child that has disabilities, and we already have challenges, and now more challenges have been added on. So seeing this from the parents' perspective, it is very difficult for them to accept it wholly. When you look at it from a traditional perspective, if we think about it, we didn't have so many challenges then, to a very large extent.
Okay.
Maybe because of, we lived in smaller communities, smaller villages, so we sort of didn't really come across these kind of challenges from a parent's perspective. In the modern world, we are now a global village. We are hearing more of it. We are, we're openly talking about it.
Yeah.
So, going back to your question,
Yeah.
the views will change with the kind of environment you are in. The more empowerment you have in that environment, the more you're able to work around it, look for solutions. You don't give up on the child. You're the child's only hope in the world.
You're the only person the child has.
The only person, the only one who can understand the child. For her as a mother, she knows when he needs food, when he needs a diaper change, and yet he's not able to speak. And that language of love is what bonds the mother and the child especially. If I look at this from, allow me to deviate kidogo tu, sio sana, but because we have been talking about disabilities from a global perspective.
Yeah.
And although we are all professionals, by the way, we are all linked to disability one way. Either we have a family member or we're in the field of, what we call the world of disability, basically. But when we look at it from a spiritual perspective, I do talk to a lot of people who are doing spiritual research. Sorry, I do listen to a lot of podcasts. They talk about the soul. Those of us who believe in the soul, let me put it that way.
Okay.
We believe that as a soul, we have taken this challenge upon us. We have come with a mission from the Creator. One of the things that we see with these children, which is so easy for us to speak from, and not maybe from a parent's perspective, but giving the parent that hope, is that this child is teaching us love, unconditional love. The child is teaching us patience. This child is teaching us, is giving us hope, even when we have no hope. For a child who is able to still smile, despite all the pain that they are going through, this child is full of the Creator's divine light. And so in our scriptures, if I may again go back to the scripture, it says that the body is temporary. It will perish, whether it is beautiful, it's not beautiful, whether it is complete, it's not complete.
Big or small.
Big or small, whatever the variations may be, the spirit is what defines who this individual is.
I think I agree with that.
So we in our club have people who actually have polio and have all, name it, we know them. These are people who have achieved so much in their lives because they did not let the disability define them. They cut their own way out, and they made, they made a name for themselves. They earn good money for themselves, and they empower others. That is beautiful because you can still give back to society then.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with that. And looking at her journey and the way she has, it took her time to accept it.
It did.
But then she has said something special about her knowing that she's chosen to be that child's particular parent. Tukirudi kidogo, kuna kitu ulisema kuhusu kukubali mtoto wako jinsi alivyo na majirani, kusema mambo yote ambayo amesema. Umewezaje kujisimamia baada ya watu kusema hivyo? Najua pia hawajamaliza kusema, wanaendelea kusema. Unapata aje nguvu ya wezana na wao na maneno yote ambayo wanasema?
Sasa mile kitu anafanya, huwa naketi kwa nyumba kwenye madamu amesema pale. Najiuliza, mbona Mungu ulinipea mtoto kama huyu? Ulikuwa na sababu gani kunipea mtoto kama huyu? Na ni mtoto wangu wa 4 huyu, last born. Wale wengine wako sawa. Sasa mara nyingi huwa nakaa tu kwa nyumba mimi napenda kusikiza gospel. Naeka tu gospel nasikiza tu nikijipea mona, lakini katikati ya hiyo harakati nalia. Nashinda nikilia machozi. Yaani niko pale nimeweka hiyo gospel lakini nalia. Nalia.
Wanasema hatuwezi kujitenganisha na Mungu. Na tulipokuwa tukianza hii show, tulianza na jinsi kanisa ama imani inaelekeza mtu kuwa mzazi mzuri.
Yes.
Na tulisema mara nyingi wazazi huegemea upande wa Mungu kujisaidia sana sana kama kuna shida kubwa ama saa zingine pia kukiwa na furaha. Na Sonia, you are an expert also in religion. And we had mentioned in the previous show that there's something special about having a child with disability. I know you have mentioned a little bit about it when you are, talking about, deviating a little bit. But would you say that we can also use religious education in schools to help children accept, because these children, when they finally clock, the milestones, they're supposed to join the rest in school. Is it a struggle that we're having with children in schools, accepting children with disability, or, them putting them at a corner? And is there a way that religious education can help support these children?
That's an interesting question. In my experience, and trust me, I've done 25 years of youth mentorship, and across all ages, because as I even told you, I'm an educationist, a Montessorian. When we see children being left with the others who are different from them, because I really don't like using the word disability, so allow me.
It's okay.
They say the children who are different from them. Do you know they accept them?
They do.
They do. And I assure you of that. I'll give you an example. I was once with a lady who was in her early 30s at that age, had cerebral palsy and nonverbal. She was not mobile. So all the challenges that you can think of that this child had, physical disability, cognitive disability, and all that. And there were some children, a group of 10 under the age of 6, who had free play. And they realized that this girl is sitting alone in the garden. Nobody is talking to her. She's just watching children play. And one of the leaders of the youngsters decided, why are we leaving her alone? Let's go sit with her. And so they realized that she can't get up. So they sat around her. And they also realized that she's nonverbal. She cannot respond to their questions. So they decided to take beads and sit and do beading because she loved beading. So they noticed she's always got bracelets in her arms. And they sat and made bracelets. And they made bracelets for everyone. It was a gift for around 250 people. And the whole week, that's all they did, sit with her, spend their quality time with her, choose not to go and play outside, but to sit with her. So it's not about the children, it's about how we bring them up at home.
I agree.
How we explain to our children why certain peers behave the way they do. Accepting that, that behaviors make sense. Accepting that is very important. So having said from that perspective, religious education comes in play when we are able to accept everyone around us as creation of God, as they are, to accept that this is not a punishment.
I think that's the key word. Not a
creation.
punishment.
This is not a punishment.
So that brings us to inclusive parenting. Please introduce us to inclusive parenting. What is inclusive parenting?
So inclusive parenting is that she has mentioned she has 3 other children older to the child that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Inclusive parenting means that even these 3 children realize that this sibling is not different from us.
Okay.
The sibling is part and parcel of our lives as well. The sibling is our family. And we must take care. This is a collective care for both mom and our baby brother. So inclusivity always, again, begins with acceptance.
Yeah.
begins with acceptance, begins with building resilience to the kind of negative comments or maybe heartbreaking comments. Again, the person on the other side, at times I've realized the challenge they are having is that they can't put themselves in the mother's position or the other parent's position to say that, why is this person going through this? Like, if I was in that, would I be able to do that? So the questions that they're asking to her are more directed to themselves than to her. It's more of a reflection, but more like a refraction and not a reflection kind of.
Can we call it projection?
Yeah, like a projection.
Okay.
You know, there's so much of confusion going on there. But when they see that families have accepted is inclusive parenting, the whole family is taking care of the baby. The mom is getting her break as well, right? Dad is doing what he needs to do. Relatives are doing what they need to do. They're taking turns to take care of each other. That's what inclusive parenting is all about, mainly.
Okay. Vinyameleza. Nataka kujua kwa ulipokubali. Je, watoto wengine wenye wamekuja kabla huyu wamekubali pia? Na wanamchukuliaje ndugu yao?
Huyu ndio mdogo, wale wengine ni wakubwa. Wamemkubali. Wanampenda sana sana. Hata kama last month nilikuwa na mazishi nikasafiri ushago, nezamini niliwaachia mtoto na walikaa na yeye.
Wow.
4 days. Wanamlisha, wanamosha, wanampea dawa.
Wanatoshanaje hao wengine?
First born ako na 27, second born ako form 3, mwenye huyo anafuata ako grade 4.
Okay.
Walimwangalia kabisa, wanampenda sana.
Na wao pia wali struggle kukubali.
Wali struggle. Jua watoto sasa kama huyu ako grade 4, alikuwa akienda nje kucheza, watoto wanamwambia, nyinyi kweli mko na mlemavu. Hiyo kitu ilikuwa inamuuma sana.
Of course hata mimi ingeniuma kama mtu mzima.
Anakuja ananiambia, mama, watoto wenzangu wanasema brother yangu ni mlemavu hata haitembea. Kwa nini wananiambia hivyo? Nawaambia kila kitu iko na sababu. Waambie tu brother yako atakuwa sawa. Wanampenda sana sana.
You ina sound encouraging because I'm trying to imagine if I struggle as a parent to accept, and then my children are also struggling. You know, it is like a double-edged sword.
It is.
So it is a struggle both sides. And, you know, me in the middle, you know, just trying to balance, trying to help them accept and helping myself to also accept. And what about the father, if you don't mind? Yeye pia alikubali mtoto ama yeye pia alikuwa na struggle?
Mara ya kwanza alikuwa na struggle. Tumetembea hospitali nyingi, anauliza mtoto ako na shida gani, mpaka anauliza madaktari. Hatuwezi tukampeleka India hata wamsaidie. Wanamwambia haiwezekani. Hii tu yenye itasaidika ni therapy. Hiyo kitu mzee alikuwa kabla kubali. Hata saizi ukimwona alikuwa mtu wa mwili amepunguka. Lakini ilibidi sasa amkubali. Kwa sababu tukienda kama saa zingine tunaitwa kuna mahali, huwa tunaitwa kama wazazi watoto wa ulemavu, huwa na make sure tumeenda na yeye.
Okay.
Anaenda anaona wengine venye wako. Anasema hata afadhali wangu. Sasa amemkubali na amejikubali.
That's beautiful. Nasikia vizuri kusikia kila mtu amekubali.